Hello and welcome back to Vomit World, also known as Not All the Coasters Are Long Enough Park, which is what we're playing. Cause I don't know, I might have said in some video something about me being blind. Uh, well, guess who lives up to what he says, huh? I never lie, a single thing. Not ever. Because, look, guys, I knew it all along. I knew it all along. I don't know really how that came to be. I'm pretty damn sure that at some point this thing was 1400 meters and then I had to change it to get it down to the right ratings, and then it was all of a sudden not long enough. Something like that. Or I cannot read numbers anymore. I have this numbery or whatever it's called, instead of dyslexia. Anyway, what we need to do is need to fix that. After we do like a quick check on how the vomits and everything is doing. So why don't we have you clean up over there? This is covered by a handy dude, so is that it? It is terrible. It's all funny though that it's only on this section, so the whole back section over here does not attract any guests, basically. They all exit at this station, but man, is it bad. Now, please, we need you, handy dude, to get over there and clean everything up. Look. 2 vomits in one fell swoop. Nice. Anyway, what we also need to do is we need to close this, as this doesn't count. Now what we will not do is have the guests exit, by force closing it. Because I think that is really bad. Actually, what does it matter? Now, as for like where we need to add the 40 meters, I know where. We're gonna basically do that like from the back end over here. We just have a little bit of room here to pull something off like that. Remember, we don't really have that much pace over here, so what we can do is basically this. Tight curve. If we do some terraforming over here, we should be good with just this bit of terraforming. Yes. Nice. So in theory, what we could even do is, am I allowed? Am I allowed? I would love for the terrain to be somewhat, no. That's odd though, because you can build if the terrain is shaped like that, but after you've built, you cannot get it back to that shape, should you so desire, of course. And then I believe at height 13 is where we want to be. And then, this is all we should do. With, let me have a quick gander there. Okay, yeah, there's no escaping this. This needs to happen over here like this. Now, what's not lining up here? Is it? This is actually a height 14 that we're at. So, in that case. This should do it. Alright, so far so good. Then we need another section somewhere to at least add like a little bit more track length to the thing. Maybe we can do that in like an underground section somewhere. Let me have a look at this. Is there room for anything? Down here in the underground there is. Let me see. That's where we arrived from. What we can do, guys, is rather than that's misaligned. That's alright now. Look, that should do it. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that what we've added with like this curve and in the underground section is a little bit more than the 40 meters that we were short, or 30 meters that we were short, or however many it was, really. Anyway, yeah, okay, so what we were doing was, last time we built this coaster and we were basically developing this area a little bit. I think we should continue with that, though, to be fair, I've been so busy in real life that I haven't played for like, I don't know, a long time. So let me see exactly what we really are up to when it comes to rides. We have like this, the dome, we have the tower. We don't seem to have much more though. Jet skis. It's basically dome, tower, and the wheel. And then we also have like the car ride, the ferry wheel, and the slide. And that's about it. So we have lots to choose from. You know what we should do? We should get like a go-kart track in here. Would that be cool? I think it would be cool to have a go-kart, which would actually make use of this hillside a little bit. And basically scoot around the terrain here for a bit. Well, let us do that. We're not gonna make it like an ultra extreme long go-kart, but a little bit of a go-kart it's definitely gonna be. So, now, seeing how this is the flat area, I think we would be clever to have this. Would that connect? Yeah, that would connect. There's no issue there. Plenty of room for a thing to connect to somewhere. So, oh man, is it that time again that the mechanics do not know what to do? Yeah. Where are you? Oh yeah, you need to walk like all the way. That's so lame. How long are you? You've been opened. Look at that, guys. Look at that. And it's still good enough. We've even improved it. Nice. I like it. Right. Let us get this sorted. And we know that we need the pathing going. You know, in the right style. Because this is a nice, beautiful one. There. It won't be too long because I know how this go-karting is gonna be. And basically it's gonna have like a really long queue line because the track is unlike previous go-karts that we've built, which we've only built for the money. This go-kart is gonna be there for the coolness. Look, and this is just, you know, this is always good to have tracks in parallel with the path, which is also what I'm aiming for over here. So, you know what? Instead of going in parallel over there, we'll go up. But we'll not go up too much, so we'll be just going over it. And then this should be good. And how cool is this? And then I'm not entirely sure that this leads to any place that is workable for us. I have a feeling though, right now we're sort of heading at the place where we also need to connect up back to like our station. So I don't want to do too many shenanigans here. Maybe what we should do is just have like a chicane. Here we go up. Down, and then it says, oh yeah, no, it's all nice what you're doing here, but there's roller coaster tracks here. Keep that in mind. basically need to get down just a little bit, because now we're at height 15. And now we're allowed to go here. Okay, so that's an issue. I mean, why are we not just continuing to go down here then? Look, this is a nice bit. Shall we go over onto the water side? I mean, why don't we, right? Unless we... Oh. Well, if we get messages that the coaster is in the way, that's a valid reason to not go to the water side. Right. Now another thing that I do recall that I said that I never built up until now, because I was just saving up for the right moment, is fountains. Yay! Not that we need them for anything other than for being cool. Yeah. I think that's reason enough in and of itself to exist. Now this will allow us to get back in a nice, clean way. Guys, I see all these messages. I think we need to do something about it. Gladiators, where? And it's only the guy who's free. Because apparently I did not set up a mechanic with that area. Right. Now that doesn't help, you know. I completely... That's a small oversight on my part. So I don't want my mechanics walking around just loosely and freely to go and do whatever they please. Because that will not help out the situation. Because then they'll just be on the other side of the park all the time, you know. So I'm still gonna continue the solution that we've chosen, even though it might need some refinements. Let me see here. Speaking of refinements, can we go up here? And we can. Because I have a feeling that right now would be like one of those nice moments to say like, hey, you know what? Time to get back to the station. Because look where we are. I think that this is an excellent go-kart design. Let's quickly set this up so we can have our, I guess, race around. And us get the money. Come on, game. I need money. Now, I reckon that this will be a 6 at least in the rating, so that's what we're gonna go for. Let's do this and say, hey, it's open for business. With like a water section, fountains, it's not too long. With a 6, it should definitely make. And let's call this Goldstone. As a, yeah, a Goldstone bracket. You know, I mean, Goldstone is kind of like in reference to the race that we're gonna have, but why don't we call this bracket Goldstone? It seems like a true name of a racetrack. And you know what? To honor this name, could we go with golden supports? Yeah, I feel like that's fitting. Definitely, that's fitting. Right, okay, so what we are up to right now is basically... Oh, balls. No, damage, don't forget the basics. Also, speaking about the basics, we need those. Oh, and speaking also about the basics, we definitely... How are the coverages of the mechanics? Yeah, you already have like a very large area. Let's hire one new mechanic. You will have this as your area, so you will basically be patrolling around over here. And any new rides that we also build in this area, you will also fix. But that's not all. What we need is for you. You don't have much to do, to just add that to your area. Good. Now, guys, in between videos, you know, when I couldn't really discovered or remember what the Italian word for head was, guess what? The moment I stopped recording, I knew what it was. And that's how good my Italian is. It always comes back to me. It's like a child. Also, how many more gentle rides? We can still get over here. Let's add like a circus show here. I think that is a good idea. What we can also do is maybe add like a bicycle ride. Because there is like this huge flat area that we have to work with over here. I'm not saying like if you have built a bike ride, build it huge. But what we could do is get one in over here, for example, hook that up, and then work on our next coaster. Does that sound like a plan? To me, it sounds like a plan. Let's see. If we do a rotation here and say that we're gonna have the station be here, and then if we do like a queue over here, for example, now we always need to at least move over one. So if we do instead the queue over here, and then what we can do is this here, for example. Then we can have shops and stalls as well here. Nice. Yeah, this is how we want things to be. And the good thing is that because this is like lowered, we can actually have like a station here, and that would not be a problem for like our future coaster. So everything is looking good. Now, if we were to say, like, do S-bends to the other side, and then say like, man, all these stupid trees. Yeah, I said it. Stupid trees. I believe this is what we need for like... oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And basically what we do is like another S-bend. Okay, this is an annoying view here. And then do like another S-bend to the other side. And this will be removed. And then boop boop. So it's not like the greatest design, but look at what we have here. This, well, I'm not even gonna say it because this is like a recurring theme by now. So I'm not even gonna say a thing. Let me see. What we'll do is we'll get this like a so. There, nice. And then, yeah, we do have no entry signs for everywhere else, so we'll also get these over here. Basically, that should be it. And what we'll do is we'll add like a few bits and bobs of more Roman scenery around here. So we'll get to that in a moment. Let me quickly set this up. Open for business, of course. There's no choice here anyway. Now, do our handy dudes... yeah, well, they got that covered. They got this covered. So basically everything is covered. We shall call this Giro Romano. At least we have like a cool name, right? No. Let's go. Would this look good? Not really, to be honest. The grey actually looks the better on here. Maybe even like a black. Yeah, let's not draw the attention too much to track. It's not that good looking. We'll do orange bicycles, you know, of those rentals, and let us do like a quick bit of scenery and then move on to coaster construction. So, wait, what? I can't build in the curve? Really? Can't I do like this? Well, that I can. Right, so, and then let me guess. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, nice, nice. Now we might be overdoing it a little bit. Wouldn't it be cool if we have 2 Colosseums? It is cool to have 2 Colosseums. So 2 Colosseums we shall have. Wow. I mean, even Rome didn't have that many Colosseums. We are better than Rome. Wow. And you know what? A part of what I always, affiliate with Italy is like these type of trees, you know, and then white plastered buildings. Granted, that might be more of like a funeral or a graveyard type thing, but still, you know. For me, this is what really, you know, makes Italy, Italy, you know. Those type of things. Not that that's the only thing I've been to in Italy, you know, like graveyards and funerals, but... Right, now I am curious, like, what are the ratings? Okay, they're not that great. And on this one? 6, well, almost 6, but I wasn't far off, so that was a good guess. Now, so far so good, you know, we have pretty much everything that we need here, except for, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, please, please. Could you please clean up? No, but we have everything over here. Let us worry for a bit about the next coaster. Oh, and also, you know what I haven't done? Yeah, this needs some help here. Okay, well, that's at least a better pricing for that ride. And then anything else that needs its pricing adjusted? No, not really. Right, so the next coaster, that's the thing that we need to worry about, because we have built this, we have built this. Basically, we're in good shape now. We can build whatever we want, and we have 4 that we can build, but we needed, how many again? I believe it was 10, right? Yeah, 10. So that means that after these 4, we still need 3 more. So we are gonna research coasters, but I think the stand-up steel coaster, or let's go with this one. Now the one problem that I have with this is that if I were to build the station below here, that's not gonna work, because this is a 3 high coaster. So if we were to close stuff down a little bit, basically this coaster, and then we would have like almost half of what we need. So this coaster could basically occupy like this spot here. So if we were then to zoom in, if I were to build this over with the station like above the path, so we would have like a... I mean, there's these rides here. I mean, I wouldn't mind, you know, having the station be above ground and then like parallel. But at the same time, this is prime terrain for like other rides. So why don't we build the station in parallel, but all the way over here? That way we at least have like, we will have like a humongous queue. But that way we have some room left here for rides to build. So let us do that, you know. Let us leave this space there for rides, and let us get this out here. Let's see. What if I were to start over here? How far would I be able to go if I wasn't with a scooter? Okay, so that's like the maximum length, which I think is good enough as is. And something like that. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did. I did. Okay. So, in theory, if I were to go... Yeah, no, we actually need to go straight like one further. And we can't really get up from there, so what we need to do is I mean, ideally I would go up like over here, but you know what? I mean, already I'm constructing the coaster, but we're not even ready for that yet. So first of all, what we're gonna do, and this might seem odd, but what? Oh, I removed a tree by accident. Wasn't an accident. Now, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go straight up like this and hook this up over here. And I think this is clever because that will mean that we have to open up all the way up till here when it comes to handy dudes and coverage and whatnot, which will basically take care of the vomit mess that we always have here. So, you know, at least I'm trying to force myself here, you know. Of course, I have full control over myself, but still, I need to force myself. Oh, but you know what I forgot, though? Is this. We need to... Now... Yeah, you know, let's go all out on this one. It's not like this is gonna be fancy or anything, but... I think, yeah, those who know my coaster building type of style kind of know what's gonna happen over there, right? So, you know, without further explaining or ado, that is what is gonna happen over there. Now, as for like what to do, what we can do here is maybe have ourselves emerge like... Oh, that's actually like... Yeah, okay, so this will work out. And then lift, because we don't really have pace or anything. Now, if I were to say... Like, this is where we'll go, this is how we'll terraform. So it doesn't look too ugly. Also, with this coaster, we are already right now into the underground. I don't really feel like doing too much undergroundiness with this one. How high can you go, by the way? Oh, that's quite high, actually. That's quite high. Okay. Oh, I did remove one of my own trees. Damage! Stop accidentally right-clicking. You know what we should also do, by the way? Add some over here. Just to make it look nice. I don't know if it will really add to the ratings, but... Now, are we gonna go this high? I feel like we shouldn't, because we don't have like 30,000 to blow on this coaster. So we're not gonna go that high. But what we can do is we can say that we're first going to go a little bit over here, then over here, and then a little bit over here. And then I feel like one last stint into the underground, and then basically resurface and then get back. So, having established the way we shall go... Also, do I really want to go over here? Because I said I wanted to keep this for rides. Let me see. How long is the train length here? 7 trains. And if I were to go with the 1, that doesn't change much. Do we want to go with 7 trains? I think we'll have to, and we'll try and see if we can get away with like 4. Or with 6-car trains, because I believe that is an option. You say, what now? Train away? Right, and then... Now, this coaster can get too intense rather quickly. Oh, we actually go above the Colosseum. Is that cool? I think it might be cool. So long as we do not interfere with the trees, apparently it is cool. No, but what I was about to say, like this coaster can really rack up the intensity rating. So we need to be careful with how we handle G-forces and all that, you know? Because curves are basically like this coaster's worst enemy. So we do like a helix. So what now? Helix upright. So far this should work out. What we can basically do is... Oh really, we can't? Alright, interesting. Yeah, nice. This is what I wanted to see. And then we could do an S-band, but I don't really feel like it. We also do not have the on-ride photos section. Take note, damage. Take note. So if I were to say that I wanted this to... I kind of want this to go like over there, but it will say that the roller coasters in a way. So we need to move that over like a little bit, like even further. It still says it. Is it ever gonna happen? Yeah, but now it's complaining about tricks. It does happen over here. Nice. Nice. And we come from height 26. Yeah, we should have pace to pull this one off. And do like an S-bend, because now I don't think we'll be going that fast anymore. So basically we're good to... Nice. This should also be doable. Right, and this is... Oh, okay, of course that's not. Yeah, derp. Maybe what we should do instead then is just a regular S-bend. Like something like yes. This is what we're gonna do. Now we'll place back a few trees, you know, once we have sorted this coaster out. As for right now though, it is a bit twisty and turny. Shall we do like a small lifting section? I feel like that might not be such a bad idea. Also, in terms of like where we are, I don't feel like building that many rides out here. We are going to open up this path section. We can probably build something over here. That's why I'm keeping this free. But I do want to quickly visit this area of the park. It's not going to be like a section where much is going to happen. Though, having said that, I see a loop over there. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see that might happen if we were to go with the helix up to the right and say hello there, loop? Loop of loops? You've got to be kidding me. That's like spot on. Right. That's pretty cool. And then this one tree can be removed. I mean, I don't even know how the pace is currently on the coaster, but I know this is what I want to do here. Helix down, down. He says. Yes, okay. Now, right now we need to think a little here, because right. Okay, so give me just a moment here, because I need to fiddle about a little bit with the track. I have the feeling. So what if I were to see? In theory, this should work. Doesn't it? No, it still says that the roller coaster is in the way. It doesn't say that right now anymore, though. It does mean that we need to redo the path a little bit. That's what I do know, but that's okay. You know, this is like a cool section of this coaster just curling in between there. Now, we said that if we were to... Yeah, we're basically going to go back. So we do a little bit of swirling about. And then I want to go into the underground, like right over here on this side of the hill. That seems to me like a good place to go into the underground. And then we do some underground swirling, and then we resurface there. And then we should probably have hit the end of our budget. Because I'm looking at our monies and I'm like, oh yeah, wait, hold on. We do not have infinite money as of yet. Now we should be able to make it over here. And we also don't really need that much height. Because we're going to go into the underground and we will have plenty of height. Or speed. So, you know what? In order to get there right, let us do like a helix down to the right. Yeah, to the right. Trees, come on, be gone. And we're going to even do like one more. And then say, okay, yeah, that's it. Would we be able to, wouldn't it be like really, really cool if we go into the underground like right next to our own coaster? I think for that we need to go up a little bit and then down. Oh, it says the footpath is in the way. Now we should have plenty of pace to pull this one off. Maybe we even want to do this like one sooner. Oh, okay, never mind. There is no one sooner on this one. Nice. And that is like the only steep drop that this whole coaster will have. And right now I'm also thinking like, okay, so because you know, we have like pace right now, and after like a steep drop, and I know that this thing is like so sensitive to bloody breakneck speeds, I feel like now would not be a bad time to see like, okay, hello, here we are. Hello, cruel world. So we came from height 16. We need to go to height 14. Let us lift this like one more time. And then, you know, return it back to the station and see where we are when it comes to... come on, game. Don't get me annoyed here now. And then see where we are in terms of like speed. Yeah, and also track length. And also ratings. Mainly intensity. That will be like the main thing to keep an eye on. Though of course, you know, after, you know, in the end, we'll make this for the excitement rating and the length. So let us see how it does. And then we can, in the meantime, you know, check like how fast it's going. Check like how the lights will look on this queue in particular. I don't think it will be any worse than any other queue, but that will be such a good move on my end. Look, go and sit down on the bench. Guest who is in a future no-go zone. Yeah, this will all need to be opened up, but we'll get there in a minute. 10 minutes. Let me see. I think what we need is like a new handy dude, or a new mechanic, and also a new handy dude. Because this mechanic, I feel like, should only go up till here. Oh, this will be your area, but then like our new mechanic, which we're gonna hire, like... Wait, that's a handy dude? Never mind, you will not have that area. I thought I was checking the mechanic. Game. stop it with the tiny butons, please. Now that will be your area. "70 kilometers an hour. It's crazy. Now what we need is like a handy dude for the new area. That's what we need. Without the mowing the grass option, basically. And then you need to cover this, and then this whole shebang. This will be your area. Right, now we at least know that the coaster will make it back because we see the trains returning to the station. So all we know is that it's long enough. Look guys, and this time I'm not mistaken. And wow, did we get ratings already? And it's good? Well, well, well. And it's grand, which is kind of like what we said we would make every coaster. So, hey guys, open for business. Now, of course, this does mean that we need this over here, right? And that means that we can then remove you. And now, all of a sudden, we need to work on it a little bit more on the park than we've been doing before. It also means that we can like soon open up the you know, this area, which does require a little bit of repathing. But I think what we'll do is we'll just go over here and then move it over here. That should be doable, yeah. The game should more or less accept that as an option. Oh, nice. We already have stuff there. Benches and all that jazz I meant. Now, we need to get our shops and stalls also in there. So, what do we get? Still more gentle rides. That's okay. What we need is, of course, you know, the park-saving toilets. I can hear them, but I don't see them. That means that basically, you know, if you can't see it, but you can hear it, that means that you need more. And then also one here. Yeah, let's make this like a nice shop and stall area. We can also fit in like a ride. That would also not be such a bad idea. Let me see. What can we do here? We know we have an info kiosk there, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. We can have that. We can also have this. I also feel like we need a little something over here. A little something. Maybe like lemonade joint. Oh, that seems good. And then we can also do like a fries thingy here. No, we cannot. But we can do that over there, you know. So we at least have some coverage of some stuff, you know, of food stuff and drink stuff. That's important, you know. You don't want to neglect that. I've learned that in like the previous stall, how important all that stuff is. You know, it is really important. Just putting it out there. Now, how have we? Okay, so that's still good. You know, that's not too intense. You've broken down, but you're still not too intense. Also, are you getting fixed? How is the fixing? Okay, nice. So that's actually working. This is the Chinopura Elytra. It is being fixed, right? Where the hell do you need to go? Yeah, no, that's a thing. Yeah. Ooh, this is also a thing. Wow, that's bad. Okay, let me see here. Hey, handy dude. Emergency handy dude. How's you doing, huh? I think what we need here is an extra handy dude already. Because all I can see is like the vomit is just getting crazier and crazier by the minute. I mean, I said at the start of this video, this was a vomit world. I wasn't lying. Also, I think we could use like an extra guard. And seeing how our other guard had an assigned area. He had, right? Yeah, Let's have this guard. No, guard number 2. Also have like an assigned area. We don't need him at the exits. All we need him is at the regular walkways. Because those will have like the most chance for vandalism. So that's basically over there. Now we have a handy dude here, right? Yeah, I was about to say, like, clean everything up. Good, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh. No. I was about to say, like, join me next time. And, no. Yeah, how about this? This coaster still needs a name. How are we gonna call this? Why don't we call this, Praetorus, and then Humanus. I don't know if that means anything. It sounds very Roman and very Latin, so like genuine, like real Latin, and yeah, not that I know any. Green and red, black and white is the color scheme at hand currently. And we're gonna stick with that. I say no, we are not. We're gonna go with something like this. We can do red supports, but we're really not, because this will look like pillars, but now the color scheme doesn't look right anymore. Kind of like this, to be honest. What we'll do instead is have these be like... does that look any good? No, it doesn't. Let's have those be like the same yellow as the tracks. So it has like a nice match. Yeah, I like it. It looks good. You know what we can also do, by the way? Just to help out with the looks even further. Look. I know it isn't much, but you know, every little bit helps, right? Right, okay guys. I think we got ourselves a pretty nice coaster over here. And we've opened up another section of the park. And yeah, you know, we have by now 5? No. Yeah. No. 1, 2, 3, 4 coasters. Only 6 more to go. And on that bombshell, I say join me next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.